Opponents of Donald Trump, particularly frustrated liberals, are looking for ways to properly channel their anger and their deep foreboding into a strategy for fighting back, not just against Trump, but against also the 115th Congress, which is likely to make their agenda Trump's agenda, along with threatening even cherished programs like Medicare. And perhaps the strongest challenge comes from the world's sixth largest economy, the state of California. Already, the University of California system has said that it would fight Trump on immigration. UC President Janet Napolitano said in a statement last month that the university would vigorously protect the privacy and civil rights of the undocumented members of the UC community. And Governor Jerry Brown has vowed to challenge any attempt by Trump to interfere with climate science. But today, in what appears to be a rather exceptional move, the state legislature hired Barack Obama's former Attorney General, Eric Holder, to represent them in any legal fights against the new Republican White House. It's a move that seems to signal that California is poised to become America's liberal front line against the incoming president. And joining me now is Kevin DeLeón, California's Senate leader. So Kevin, explain to us the process or the decision to hire Eric Holder and how that differences from having, or how that's different from having an attorney general.
Well, thank you very much, Joy, for the invitation. It's an honor to be here with each and every one of you. I will say right now that we're confronting a dichotomy of democracy where it appears that it's something unique in our history. And it appears that the most overt opponent to our state of the state appears to be the incoming head of state, and that is the president-elect Donald J. Trump. Given the campaign rhetoric, one of the most bruising and controversial and polemic and polarizing campaigns in modern political history, we actually thought perhaps this is just campaign rhetoric. But it was very clear that our worst fears were being confirmed after he's appointed individuals to head up HHS that want to dismantle and eviscerate the Affordable Care Act. When Chris Kobach, the chief architect of Senate Bill 1050 of Arizona, is one of his close political counselors, and we have someone like Jeff Sessions to be the nominee of the Department of Justice, that sent a very clear message to us in California that these individuals would pose a clear and present danger to the economic prosperity and the well-being of the values and the people of California. So that's why we have secured the legal services of the recent former Attorney General of the United States, Eric Holder. We're very proud that he will be representing us, providing legal strategy and counsel, and he'll be working very closely with the incoming Attorney General as a legal team. I think the more legal firepower, the better for the state of California and for the people of California.
Well, it's certainly unprecedented. And of course, Javier Becerra is going to be the Attorney General replacing Kamala Harris. So you've walked us through why Holder. Tell us what, from California's point of view, are, let's say, the three most pressing issues, the things you're most worried about. You ticked off a few, but what are the three areas of greatest concern for Californians?
Three areas of greatest concern in California, obviously, is healthcare, the ACA. We have 6.5 million Californians of every single hue, every geographical area in the state who have benefited greatly from the ACA. If, in fact, if Tom Price and Donald Trump moves forward by eviscerating, and the Republicans on the Hill, by eviscerating the ACA, you'll have 6.5 million Californians who will no longer have any access to any type of health care. This is equal to a middle-class tax increase on Californians who will have to foot the bill when people end up in the emergency rooms for their care. That is a big issue, and that would be a big economic blow for California because we have roughly about 200,000 jobs in the healthcare service industry that are directly related to ACA. Second thing is climate change, environmental protections, the clean air that we breathe into our lungs, the clean water that our children drink every single day. If they roll back regulations and actually dirty our air with more harmful toxic pollutants, people are going to get sick, especially children. And lastly, the third thing is separating children from their mothers, which is massive deportations. Expanding the criteria of who is a violent criminal felon and actually making mothers and nannies, criminal felons, and separating children from their mothers. So those are three big issues for us in California.
Yeah, well, Kevin DeLeón, 1 out of 8 Americans live in California, 6th largest economy in the world. So it could have a huge effect on the rest of the country as California goes. So maybe goes the nation. Kevin DeLeón, thank you very much for being with us.